everyone. Welcome to another episode of Stating the Obvious. We're here to, guess what? State something obvious. And we're going to start with Pranay this time. I feel like screwing him over. Pranay?
No, this one is good. This one is good. So my fact is someone coined the term to coin a term.
Oh.
This is both obvious. That's something you haven't thought of before.
Wait, that's actually, good.
Wow.
Yo, this is the
There we
first
go.
I've
time.
seen this turn of
That
events.
is high fact.
Good stuff.
Yo,
I honestly didn't see this coming out. Pranay with, a good fact.
It's a new page in a new book, man.
you're all just kind of
Okay.
thunderstruck right now. We're all just silent. We're
Oh,
like,
my-
yo, PJ actually came up with a good
Pranay?
fact.
Did something good. For once.
Imagine.
that I have.
Imagine.
Well,
Wow. Okay.
good job, PJ.
Well, something has to go wrong eventually, so
We'll just wait for it.
until then. Yep.
Unfortunate.
Now let's take it over to Noah.
Alright. You want me to give you an obvious fact?
Hey, that'd be good. I feel like that was kind of obvious that you should do
All
that.
right.
But yes.
So, this is not really an obvious fact, but apparently we've been mispronouncing Caesar this entire time. Like Caesar salad, Julius Caesar. Apparently the Latin is you pronounce a C with a k sound,
Oh,
and
what
the
hell?
AE is an I. So you pronounce it Kaiser.
Oh, what
It's
the hell?
Kaiser salad.
Sounds more badass.
Yeah.
TBA.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, it's also like, is it?
It's
Isn't
What is
Kaiser like
Kaiser
some
yeah,
German
it's a
king
German
or
word for
something?
Yeah.
emperor. They got it from the Romans.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, the Russians and the Germans both call their emperors the Russian Tsar and the German Kaiser both mean Caesar or Kaiser or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, additional
That's
side note
nice.
while I'm on the topic, apparently the Russians call their emperor the Caesar because the first dude to be called Tsar bought the title from some Roman dude. He bought the right to be
Damn.
called Caesar from the Romans.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yo,
Okay. Well, none of that was very obvious, but we appreciate learning new
Yeah.
things. So we'll take it. Jacob, you want to give us something obvious, or you want to veer off course like Noah?
yeah, I'm gonna veer off course. So,
Okay.
no, this
well,
this fact is
what
like,
is the point? What is the point? You tell me. I come here heart in hand. Please say something obvious.
Nah,
I'm gonna veer off course.
no, this one.
Noah's like,
this one.
Noah immediately starts the sentence with, this isn't really obvious, but
I mean, what?
Why, man?
What do you
Why?
want us to tell you? The sky is blue, grass is green. We
I've
all
used those
know
facts
this.
before.
We know
I've
this.
used those.
This is the first
Renee's
fact called
fact
news.
was good. That's the kind of fact I'm looking for.
I'm-
All right, this one's more. This is just like an interesting fact. I don't know if you'd call this obvious, but it's
Okay.
definitely interesting.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the star of Terminator 2, right?
Yep.
For every
And one and
and one, yeah, but in
Okay.
number 2, the sequel to it, for every word he said in that movie, he got paid $21,000.
Goddamn. I mean, he didn't say that many words
That's the
though,
highest,
right?
Not the highest. I don't think that's the highest pay. Oh, because he didn't say
Yeah, he
that
said,
many words.
3.
That's
He
why
was
it's that
like,
much.
come with me if you
I'm
want
back.
to live. And hasta la vista.
No, can you count? Can you count? And I was like, he said
Look,
3.
man, I'm.
Proceeds to say it in
I
time.
am an
Just was like,
international affairs major. We don't deal well with math.
This is
Okay,
true.
that's fair.
This is true.
That's fair enough.
literally, okay. We have 3 forms of international power structures: unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar. We just can't count past 2. You got 1 country in charge, you got 2 countries in charge. After that, we're like, fuck it. It's a lot of countries in charge. Yeah.
Wow. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from the international affairs major
We
himself.
can't do math, man.
Well, you never. really
Yeah, that's
did
true.
that.
That's why. I mean,
Before you
that's,
became an
that's
IA
why I
major.
became an IA major. I was like, ooh, I don't have to do math. Fuck yeah.
No calculus.
Oh,
for
yeah.
me? And Pranay's over here, just like sad economic
Yeah.
sounds.
Imagine
Yeah,
learning.
you know what? Just because I'm already on a pretty good high, I got another obvious fact. I got another
Ooh, all
obvious.
right, come at us, Renee. Come at
This
us,
is
Renee.
good. Okay. The word knight, as in a knight in shining
All right.
armor, has the same number of silent letters as it does pronounced letters.
Oh, I mean,
I guess that's
Well,
true.
yeah, that is true.
There we go.
We all thought about it.
Well,
for a
Well, I mean,
second
like,
there.
yeah, but there's like kind of like an invisible E on the end there, right? Because like it's not like knit. It's night.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like
well, that's
I don't
still
know. Like
that's still pretty insightful. Either way.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. All right. Have you
Thanks.
guys ever thought about the fact that like when you say oil, right? Like you got that like y sound. But like
Wait,
where does that
what is this
like
word?
oil? Like
oh,
yeah, but like
okay,
it's like the
okay.
same with like boil, toil. Like you get that like yo, right? But where does that come
yeah.
from, right? Because like you take out the o, it's just ill. You just say ill, right? You have o I no l is oi. But where does the y come from? Like oil.
Your ass.
Thank you, Pranay.
Well, the question is-
Renee, you were on
Yeah,
such a hot
you were on a
streak,
hot streak,
man.
man. And you're-
Okay, now
Oh
I knew
my
that one. I
God,
knew
dude.
that. I knew
You're
that would have ruined it.
actually ill, man.
I knew that would have ruined it, but I was like, I had to
Oh
say
my
it. I
God.
just,
Pranay saw what he had to do. Like he saw like two diverting paths before him, and he was like, you know, I could be a functioning, productive member of society, or I could be a head ass. And he took the road less traveled by. He
Yeah.
began.
That's
like
as Robert
respectable.
Frost would say. As Robert Frost would say. Very
Thank
nice,
you.
Noah. Now Noah's taken on the inside.
Yeah, what can I say?
No, it's kind of popped
I'm
off.
a poet and I didn't know it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, how does
Okay,
it feel?
well-
Pranay? How does it feel to spend all your time studying economics, a dead profession?
Renee.
You gonna answer?
The economy is kind of dead right now.
Because you know why? Because in the future,
Why?
robots are gonna be doing all the work. They're gonna like make all our shit. They're gonna drive us everywhere. You're gonna have like nothing to study. The economy's just gonna be
true.
robots.
Okay, well, I
You know what
remember
that
once
means?
upon a time. I remember once upon a time when the Heian, no,
What are you?
did he say?
What are
He
you
said-
saying?
You said, oh yeah. We want like I don't know, like a government run by
Oh, yeah.
robots and stuff. And most
I do
efficient
remember
thing.
saying that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, as an economics major, I think Pranay should tell you to invest in
Oh, yeah.
Tesla
It's popping off.
because they will be
Stonks.
They
Stonks.
will
Big
be-
stonks.
The stocks are good.
all the cars in the future will just be Teslas, just driving themselves around, having a good time.
Stonks only go up.
Yeah, you know, I was driving. I had like obviously I came to Pittsburgh, and so I had like this long distance drive, and I actually saw one driverless truck,
Yeah.
and you could
That's a bit
yeah
scary.
you can tell because it was the only one following the speed limit.
Mao.
True.
Wait, was it like one of those Tesla like driverless trucks? Because I remember seeing that, like the Cybertruck.
I'm not.
Or wait, no, the Cybertruck was like a-
remember exactly.
Noah, you're
No, the
cracked,
Cybertruck was like a
Noah.
different. What did they call it? It was like a Tesla 16 wheeler. Like what was the brand name for it?
I do remember Tesla coming out with a driverless truck. I don't
Yeah, it was
remember
like
the
a
name.
while back. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember what.
I don't know if they like rolled them out though, like on the open.
They just
like,
I remember
actual
they
road.
just showed a picture and whatnot.
Did it
but-
have any indication that it was a driverless truck or?
Did it have a
Like on the
driver?
back?
No, I don't know. My dad was just like, "There's no one in the front seat," and we're like, "Okay, well,
Ah,
clearly
the
there's no driver."
It's called the Tesla Semi,
Oh,
or it's like a semi truck.
the Tesla Semi.
It's just called the Semi. It actually looks kind of like nice, futuristic, but that's like Tesla's whole design. so
Okay,
yeah.
well, I mean, like Pranay, when your dad said like there's nobody in like the driver's seat, do you mean like like there was a seat for the driver, but nobody was occupying it, or do you mean
Okay, I'm pretty sure like the windows were like they're like very okay. It wasn't just like a rectangle just running around on the road. Like it obviously
okay,
had.
just look up Tesla Semi and tell us if that's what you saw.
You should do this, PJ. You should
Tesla
do it.
Semi. Okay.
It's probably not what he saw. He would know.
This is not. I would have seen like the Tesla.
Wait, so you tell me you just saw like a truck with no driver?
I was the truck, no driver. The windows were like pretty dark like this. But
Are you sure? Wait, how?
Maybe. How do you know it just
Yeah.
wasn't like a like
Okay,
like
well,
a
like it wasn't
African American
that
dude or like an
All right,
Indian dude.
buddy.
Wow, racist.
Yeah, I thought
Racist.
I thought he was gonna say just like a short dude.
I
but
was
no.
just gonna say, like,
No,
what
no,
if you
no.
can't see inside the windows because they're blacked out? But okay, I guess we're playing the race card this early in the podcast.
It has to come.
Oh
this
my
early.
God.
When
It has
Pranay's
to come at
involved,
least once in the podcast.
when Pranay's involved, Noah, it's
Literally,
bound
it's
to be
literally our calling card, man. People are like, I listen to Stating the Obvious for their terrible views on race,
true.
but like,
And you should keep listening in future.
exactly,
episodes,
just
Noah.
watch us like just get like worse as time goes on. But back to the current stuff. How do you know that you just
Wait,
couldn't
wait,
see
I
inside
have-
the
I have a
windows,
question.
Renee?
Okay, you know what? Driverless or not, I have a question for you guys.
Okay, what is the
Okay.
question?
So, do you think like I don't know? There's probably some person who's done like some sort of study, like, but like you obviously all like driverless cars they'll follow the speed limit and stuff, so it'll definitely be safer. But like, if like everyone was driverless, do you think they would be like we'd get to places faster? Like, if you speed to some place, you'll get
The
there
answer
faster.
is yes,
but,
but
like,
I don't want.
without
Okay,
driverless
the answer is yes,
traffic,
Renee, but I don't want to let go of this because you saw a car
Okay.
with blacked out windows,
Okay.
and your first assumption
Right.
was there is nobody inside driving this car.
No, my dad looked at it. He was just like, I'm looking at this truck. There is no driver in this truck.
But you're
And
telling
then
your
we're
dad-
like,
telling
"This
us
is a driverless
that
car."
your dad saw this truck with blacked out windows, and his first
Yes.
thought was, "I can't see inside. Therefore, there must be nothing inside."
No. You can
Renee,
see
that is not
inside.
automation. That is
No.
object
Hey,
permanence.
Noah. No,
You can
Noah,
see inside.
Noah,
just like
Noah.
not that black.
All right.
out.
Maybe his dad has dark vision, man. Like you don't know.
Oh, maybe this is
Amazing.
true. Like you don't know this.
No disadvantage. I mean, still could have just rolled really poorly on perception. Like,
Or you could have rolled a 20.
no,
Then
dude, your
Would have got
Renee,
X-ray
knowing
vision.
your bloodline, I do not expect anybody in your family to roll like a nat 20 on perception.
Bro, my rolls are so
You
bad.
don't have to tell us that. We just know.
And for those who are confused about what we're talking about, this is in reference to Dungeons and Dragons, and we're all in a campaign.
I mean,
This
we
is just
we,
kinda-
we made an
yeah.
episode explaining D&D, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're just like it's kind of like not super
That's
obvious.
fair. That's
So
fair.
We're just referencing it. If you don't know D&D very well, it's kind of confusing. So I'm just pointing it out. And if you guys are ever interested in seeing a separate part of this podcast dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons, I don't think they can leave a comment
below.
below.
Right.
But you know,
leave,
you know
leave
what?
I mean, write a
leave
review. Write a review.
write a review. Let us
No,
know.
nobody ever makes
Yeah.
reviews for us because
Hey, we have one
We
review on
have,
Apple.
we have one review.
we do.
No, we do. No,
Ah,
it is a
shit.
popping review.
Yeah, we can have a section where we read out our reviews.
Our singular
Well,
review.
yeah, that would be a little short.
It would be a
But,
really
yeah,
short
going,
section.
Going back to what PJ said before about like the fast or like get places faster. Noah's right. Like the answer is 100% yes. But I think the problem comes from when conditions are less than ideal. Like if it's a sunny day and like everything's like all good, like I think driverless stuff is fine. But I think the problem becomes when it's like super icy and like visibility super low or something like that, and like the car starts to skid. I don't know if the car would know how to respond to that kind of situation.
I mean, I think it definitely would. I
I
mean,
mean, I assume like they would make
Just-
it so that responds better than
just
you.
slow,
But I-
just
no,
slow
I think
down,
that, like,
lol.
That's not what you're supposed to. You're actually supposed to accelerate if you start to skid on ice.
I mean, like, I'm assuming they know that.
He's
Like,
actually
the
right.
Engineers probably
Uh,
know that.
Yeah, like I think like there would be protocols in place. I just don't know if they could respond to every situation since there's like an infinite number of situations.
I mean,
like I think having a driverless car with like no humans inside could be like a bit of a problem. I think there needs to be at least someone in there monitoring it.
but like, what's the point of having a driverless car?
Just develop an AI and send it into like countless accidents, and then eventually.
I mean, like,
I guess
You'll
that
be
would
able-
work
it
too.
will be
Jacob,
able
what
to
you're
survive
basically
everyone.
telling me is that
With
you-
machine learning,
you don't
countless
trust
accidents.
driverless cars unless there's like basically a butler in there to watch the robot and make sure it doesn't fuck up.
I mean, you could pay him less because he's not doing as much work.
I guess.
What?
Isn't the point of like automation and driverless stuff
But
to
some
like?
people like driving. Like
This is fair. This is fair. Yes.
some people would be like, I want to go drive my car.
Yeah, like,
I don't
I
want someone else to
actually
just
like
drive it
driving
for me.
too.
Like driving's like fun for some people, or like they enjoy just going on drives and just like
I actually
being
read this
at the wheel.
article about like the truckers of America and like the people who like do a bunch of shipping, and they're like, yeah, like it's a very long job and they have to spend lots of time away from home, but they just love the like journey and they love to like just be in like the open road or open sea or wherever they're going. They just like to be out there.
I
Open
mean,
sea. Are they driving
That's-
through
I mean,
oceans?
Yeah,
that's-
like
What?
shippers, like
nice and
people who
all.
are like running ships.
that's nice and all, but like, there's people who like riding horses. That doesn't mean we still have people riding horses around on the road.
No, but we have people whose job it is to ride horses.
Yeah, sure. We'll probably have like people. Like, we'll probably have like NASCAR drivers or whatever. Still, it's not like they're gonna turn F1 into like a competition between robots. Actually, they might. Those Europeans are weird. But like, I mean, it's not like driverless cars aren't gonna replace all cars. But I'm just saying, I think it'll probably replace most cars.
Yeah, I think, but I think that it has to get to a point where like, I don't know, the AI or the whatever like control system that's in there is like good enough to be able to recognize systems or recognize situations really really fast, which I don't think we're there quite yet. I think it'll take like at least like a decade.
I mean, maybe it'd have something where it's like if it realizes the conditions are bad, it just asks like the person in the car to take over and start driving.
Yeah, but you need a person in a car then. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like if you're the idea behind a driverless car is just like you don't have to do the work of like driving and like thinking about driving, right? You just sit in the car and go to your destination, and the car just takes you there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think driverless car is fine as long as there's someone in the car just in case.
I mean,
Yeah, but like
No, I
wait,
mean, like,
why?
I feel like at some point, like, I feel like definitely, like, driverless cars, especially if everyone is driverless, there's, like, very, very, very minimal.
Okay, wait.
Definitely compared to what we
So
have
then-
right now.
So
Well,
then I have a
also, like,
question for you guys.
The whole
But-
point of like transport, like a lot of transportation isn't just goods; it's like people.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, well, one person, I forgot what podcast it was on, but one person said, like, what they think the future of driverless cars is going to be like, you have a different sort of car for stuff you want to do. So, like, say you want to, like, I don't know, like, it's a long trip. You're going for like, like some city in Southern California to Northern California. You order like your movie Uber and say you want to watch a movie, or say you want to have a business meeting on the like while you're driving with someone, you want to have a business meeting. You're in like your business meeting Uber.
What the frick?
And so like
Okay.
each car is specialized for like what you want it to do.
My question's kind of related to that, but I have a question for you guys. It's like if you have a driverless car, right? Is it okay for let's say I'm like a parent and I have to like pick my son up from school or something.
Yeah.
Is it okay for me to just like send the car to school completely empty with no one in it, and then my son gets in, and then the car just like drives itself back home?
I
Or
think
At
it.
some point, does there always have to be somebody in the car?
I think it also depends how old is this kid. Is he like in high school or is he like
I mean,
in elementary?
like if you're
Let's say he's
if
like
you're
in middle
picking
school. or
up your
something.
kid, I think the assumption you can probably make is that they can't drive themselves.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
fair. So if they can't drive themselves, that means they don't know how to like operate the car, like just if in case something goes wrong or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
they
it's
wouldn't
like
know.
it's like a two-part question because does there have to be a person in the car, and does that person have to be like licensed to be able to like?
Yeah, I think there should be one licensed person in the car. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable like sending or just like having my kid in a driverless car. I don't know. I feel like that's too big a risk.
I don't know. like,
Maybe I'm like paranoid.
I
but-
feel like at the beginning, yeah, but like as the technology progresses, like I think within 20 years, we'll have cars that I think can be fully automated, like no human involvement.
Yeah, I think 20 years from the point that driverless cars first become like a prominent thing.
I think 20
Like-
years from now, I mean, like you compare now to like 2000, right? And I think like automation has come a really long way.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I just
I
think,
think I agree
I
with
think
Noah on the
everybody
timeframe.
will be a little bit skeptical when it first comes out for at least a couple of years, and then once the like I don't know, all the like technical bugs and stuff like that just get fixed and people start trusting it more, they'll start using it more. Just like cell phones or like the internet and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
Like when it first came out,
I mean,
like people were skeptical about it and they weren't using it as much, but once it became more mainstream, a lot more people started using it. It became a lot safer. Like people started using it a lot more.
Here's my
Yeah.
full timeline on driverless cars. You heard it here, folks. Here's what
All
happens,
right,
right?
Noah. Let's see what you
2025.
got.
Elon Musk like sends out a tweet, says he's got driverless cars. Everyone loses their minds. But he delays it for like 5 years. 2030. Elon Musk is like, the driverless cars are ready. You're gonna start rolling them out. Government's like, hold up, that's kind of whack. You got to go through us. Elon Musk sends more tweets out saying the government is so shit. We should pull it down, guys. We got to free the driverless cars. Revolution, everybody. Stock prices of Tesla like dive and then go back up and dive and go back up. This goes on for like maybe a month. SEC starts investigating Elon Musk. 2031, SEC investigation finishes. Elon Musk still kind of whack, but like, you know, Tesla prices have stabilized. Government's like, all right, maybe we'll have like some driverless cars. Like maybe California is like, you know, we'll have some driverless cars. And then finally, by 2040, we will have full integration of automatic vehicles. And that is my prediction.
I will say already right now, like we're like slowly like we don't have like fully driverless cars just like everywhere, but like Teslas have like the ability to do so many things. Like you can literally like you can park it or obviously it can park itself. A lot of cars can do that now. But like say you go to the mall, you're standing at the entrance to the mall, it's raining. You can literally like click a button on your phone, be like, car, come to me. It'll go to you. Like from the parking spot. On the
I mean,
highway.
you see this in movies. Like it's in movies it happens all the time. So like James Bond's cars or
Yeah,
whatever.
this is happening right now too. On the highway, you can literally click a button, just be like, "Yo, it's the highway, Tesla. You can handle this, and it'll handle it." Like even cruise control is like to a point is very like is very sophisticated. Like I
I love cruise control.
on the rented car that we're coming through by, like you just put cruise and like it would just if you go close to a car in front of you, it just matches their pace and like keeps the perfect distance between them. And if you want to bypass them, obviously you can change lanes and go past it and like pick up speed again because there's no car in front of you. But like it'll match the pace of the car in front of you too.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
that is like
all I'm
pretty
saying.
impressive.
Cruise control is amazing. I love cruise control, especially like on long drives. It just feels good to turn on cruise control and just go.
That's true.
Did you use cruise control when you drove all the way to?
Yeah, because like at first,
CMU?
like I actually never used cruise control until this point. But then I like at one point my foot was just like I was like because I just twisted my foot too, and like it doesn't hurt, but if I just hold it in like a weird like position for a long time, it kind of gets kind of stiff, and then so just like let's just turn on cruise control.
The thing is, though, I would not use like. I mean, cruise control is like only for highways and like long distance, right?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, okay, I'll be honest. Like sometimes when I'm driving back from UTD, I'll just like it'll be like nighttime at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. or whatever. It's pretty dark. There aren't that many cars on the road. I'll just hit it on like 45 or something. I'll just turn cruise control on and I'll just chill, listen to music. Like, I think it's fine to use if it's like like a huge number of cars and you constantly need to be navigating, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. Then yeah, you shouldn't use cruise control. But if it's like pretty chill, like there aren't many cars, you can just go the same speed and you're going straight for a while. Like, I don't see why not.
Yeah, but I think there's too many stoplights around here where you're like you have to stop. I guess if you're on a long road, like Independence, like which I assume is what you're on,
Yeah,
is fine.
yeah,
but if you're just like
I'm just running out.
if you're like just in the neighborhood, there's too many stoplights for cruise control, even if there's no cars.
Yeah, I suppose the stoplights are kind of an issue. Just get rid of stoplights. Like, what the hell?
Is that the issue?
Honestly,
Right?
that's
Just
that's
zoom.
why like some people are saying that like four-way stops. They're saying like replace all the street lights with four-way stops.
That's really stupid.
I think so too. But
That's actually just a terrible idea. But like, four-way stops are good for like the smaller sort of four ways that are happening in like the more suburban / like just like chill areas, I guess, not main areas.
like neighborhoods.
Yeah, just like in the neighborhoods. But if you go outside of neighborhoods, no one's gonna respect the four-way stop because there's just so many cars needing to go.
Yeah, it would be like complete chaos. They also say like instead of streetlights you could put roundabouts, but I think those are like accident prone.
Roundabouts are very accident prone.
Yeah.
Those are so. Just go in circles. Like, what's the point? So stupid. Sus,
It's like
dude,
America,
wait
man.
a second.
It's supposed to be fun.
I mean, it is fun to go in circles. I'm not gonna say
Stand
no.
No,
me
Pranay,
right
maybe you
now.
should change your
Right
major
now.
from economics to road design, civil construction. Be like,
All the roads would literally just be like loopy
no,
loops
we just
going
need
around.
more fun roads.
Yeah. Wait, we create jobs to bring us back out of like the depression or the recession that we're in right
Get
now.
rid of all that
Oh, yeah,
automation
easy.
nonsense.
Yeah, this is how we got out of the Great
Dude.
Depression, man. This is you make people build roads, you give them jobs, and then boom.
Dude, Pranay's solution for the economy is just making all roads just one big monopoly board. You land on a certain street, you got to go to jail. And on another street, you go and collect 200.
Isn't
Like,
that
It's all
basically
automated.
Detroit,
it's all
though?
automated.
okay, rip Detroit
Can't have
2020.
shit in Detroit.
Noah just murdered Detroit. I thought it was gonna happen the other way
Rip.
around, but
Which,
Oh man, that's why I never go to Detroit. I mean, easy.
easy.
Yee.
All these people complaining
I
about
mean-
like being in Detroit, like just don't go to Detroit, lol.
I don't know if that's how it works.
That
That's
is how it
Detroit's
works.
not the coolest place in the world. I'd say California's pretty cool.
But is it the coolest place you've ever been?
Oh, coolest place I've ever been. Wow. I don't know where the coolest place I've ever been.
Like it can
I don't know.
be. It can
Oh,
be.
there's this place in Canada, and they just had a bunch of maple ice cream and just maple like items, and I was like, this is fantastic.
That actually does sound pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was pretty nice.
that sounds pretty pog, man.
Okay.
What about you guys? Coolest place you guys have ever been in your entire lives?
I know
And you're
PJ has one in mind. I know.
Actually, I'm trying to decide between. There's this one park that's next to campus for us. It's called Shinley Park. And okay, actually, this is a quick story about this. I'm not lying about this. Like when I say I saw these things, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that crazy, but like it was kind of like coincidental. But so it's Halloween, and it's like very dark outside. It's like nighttime.
Oh, really?
But
It's nighttime
yeah, it is.
Wow,
It was
imagine.
nighttime. Yeah,
Yeah, it was dark
that
at
is why.
nighttime.
on Halloween night. Imagine.
Okay, yeah. And so I'm walking back, like I'm taking a long way back. Like I'm walking back to our dorm, but I'm taking like a super long way back just because I just
Do
like,
you
felt
want
like
to
walking.
be murdered? Like,
Okay, well this is it's a fairly safe place. I've done this route a million times. There are police cars like going up and down this place. If
Dude,
Okay.
the people in Pittsburgh only make ketchup. You know
yeah,
this.
we're all nice
True.
people who make ketchup, bro. It's fine.
yeah, that's my home right there.
Okay.
That's all I can eat now.
You should have come here. So-
Mistakes.
Okay. Well, I'm walking back, and so there's like this botanical garden called Phipps, and the entire place is made out of glass, so you can like see through it. But, so I'm walking back. It's Halloween.
What is there, man?
this is part of.
I
Okay,
swear to
okay.
God, listening to Brene tell a story is like listening to like that video of that like 6-year-old trying to tell a story. Like you guys seen that one where he just like, and then there was like
Yeah, he never
it
gets
was
to
like
the
a
point.
Halloween. It was like a botanical garden and a Halloween.
Okay, either way, fuck it. I'm walking, and in the sky, I see like these green lights. It's kind of like Aurora Borealis type of
Oh
shit.
my God.
But, and at first I thought like, this is I at first I saw it and I was just like maybe like I didn't see it, like maybe that was just I just thought of some random shit that was it was just in the air and I just forgot like if it was actually something I saw or if it was like some sort of like thought that came
Yo,
to my
Pranay-
mind. Like it would be
Pranay sees-
cool if there's
Pranay-
green lights in
Pranay,
the sky.
just
But then I
get
kept
to
on
the
walking.
point.
PJ, wait.
Renee,
Yeah,
I
PJ,
literally.
PJ sees something weird, and his first thought is, "Yo, did I see that? Was that
Oh
real?"
my God.
Bro, I don't know. It literally was there for a couple seconds. Okay, so I feel like you
Holy
guys are
shit!
expecting
If you
so much
don't,
more.
if you don't wrap up this very soon, my
What?
mental is literally cracked
I
right
swear
now,
to
man.
God.
I
I'm
go over
going
this
ill
bridge.
listening to you.
I go over this bridge and pretty much for 5 minutes these Aurora Borealis
Oh.
lights are there. They're green in the sky.
Oh
and
my
that's it. That's it.
That's
That's
literally
it.
the story.
That's
That's
the story. that
That's your
pretty much
story.
it, Yeah.
That's the whole point of your
That's fine.
story.
That's the whole point of it.
All right, Noah, what's the coolest place you've ever been?
I'm about to kill. I'm gonna drive myself over to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna choke the fucking
Renee.
life out of him. Oh
Look,
my
It's
Look.
a
god!
long drive, Noah. You don't want to do it. You don't
No,
want to do it.
you barely even drive.
I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn just so I can drive
No,
myself.
like
to
the one
Pittsburgh.
time you drove me home, you literally almost ran into
It
a
doesn't
car
matter.
'cause you
There are
forgot.
no stoplights where I'm going. All right, I'm gonna break multiple traffic laws across multiple states. I'm gonna drive myself all the way to fucking Pittsburgh just so I can find Pranay's dorm, come into his dorm, and then choke him.
Well, joke's on you. He lives in a house, not a door.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where Pranay is. It doesn't fucking matter. Because I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find him.
Well, Pranay, looks like the joke's over.
I swear to
You're
God. I
dead.
swear
Joke
to
is
God.
Joke's over. The joke is over.
Jokes never stop laughing.
So
Okay.
Noah, back to the original topic. Where's the coolest place you've ever been?
All right. Coolest place I've ever been. I think it's pretty easy answer for me. It's like a game. It's like a board game bar in Montreal. So basically, like you go in and like somebody comes down and they seat you, and they give you a menu, and then they ask you what kind of like game you want, and like this entire place like is just filled with shelves full of board games. Coolest fucking place ever. So you just like you can either say like
Do they have
Huh?
food?
yeah, they had food. They
have
had
food as
like
well?
they had like
Okay,
mac and
that's good.
cheese. They had
Oh, what
tots,
the
like all
fuck?
that stuff, right?
Okay,
Bro,
I was like,
wait,
I was
where's-
like, this
where's-
sounds really
Yeah.
good, but if they don't have food, I'm gonna be a little
it's fucking
disappointed.
great, man. They had food, like they had But anyways, so like the waiter or waitress will be like, they'll either ask you if you're looking for like a type of game or if like you have like a specific game in mind. So you can either be like, oh, I want to play Monopoly, or you just want to say like, I want to play like I don't know, like a fun card game or whatever, and they'll bring you like something from the shelves. And it was dope. Like, we played a game called Red Flags. Have I told you guys about this game?
No, I don't
I
know.
feel like
what
I've played this game
is.
before.
I
It's like what you're looking for in a partner, right? And it's like a red
Yeah,
flags
so
or
like
whatever,
basically
right?
it's kind of like
Or-
Cards Against Humanity, except like everybody's like pretending that they're a prospective date, and you're supposed to like try and convince like the one person to like date you. But like basically it'll give you like a bunch of cards, right? And like a bunch of them are white, and those are like your positive attributes, and then you give your the red flag, like the red card, to somebody else, and that's like something that's like a
Wait,
deal
wait, wait.
breaker. It will be
So you're saying the white ones are the positive
it's
ones, and the red
basically
ones
white
are the
supremacy,
good
but it's fun because it's a dating game. I mean, like, yeah, but so, like, basically, it'll be like, I'm, like, really hunky, like, I love romantic, like, candlelight dinners, I love the same books as you, but, like, red flag, I'm also really into cosplaying as, like, tentacle porn or whatever.
Is that right?
I mean, is it really a red flag? I don't know. Pranay might disagree on that, but...
Hashtag Alawi, man.
But like it was really fun. Like the drinks were really cool too. Like they had like themed drinks. So they had like a mana potion that was blue, and they had like a health potion that was red, and like stamina that was green. Like they all came in like Erlenmeyer flasks. It was great.
Oh, that's
yeah.
pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. This
The
sounds
best
pretty
part was it was all in Canadian money. So like even though the drinks look kind of expensive, they weren't all that really expensive. Yeah.
good. Damn. I'm just over here with my maple.
Yeah.
maple
You
syrup.
eat yourself over to Montreal,
nice.
my dude.
But look, really good stuff is always in Canada.
I know.
Like, except for Pranay's story, whatever. Nobody.
Honestly,
talks about
Canada is just America, but better in every way.
Pranay, was that the climax? Was the green lights like? I still
Wait,
can't
were
get over this.
okay? So you said they were like Aurora Borealis type things, but was it really Aurora Borealis?
I mean, I don't know. If it
Oh
was Aurora
my
Borealis,
God.
but-
Okay, Pranay,
but, like, What?
Pranay. Why is this like the coolest place you've ever been? Like,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
what?
that's not the reason why it's the coolest place. There's just like a story about it.
What the fuck?
But then, why is it the coolest place? Like, what attributes of it? Like, Noah explained. Like, they have board games. They have these cool potions. They have these fun, like,
Oh,
they have good
okay.
food or whatever. Like,
because
what
I
makes
mean,
this place?
They have these like really like cool trails, I guess, that you can like hike on. And there's like okay, so like even at night it looks kind of like kind of creepy, but it actually is kind of sick at night. Um, I don't know. The trails are really cool. There's a bunch of deer just roaming around. They're not even scared of you, so you can just like walk like right next to a deer. They kind of stink though, so that's kind of an issue. But the deer kind of hype.
The fuck? Do you think that there's somebody whose job it is to watch the deer?
Not really, but I'm just saying. I went to Yellowstone.
Alright.
The deer there smelled a bit
All right,
nicer.
all right. Some reason, some justification as to why this place is cool. Although I honestly, I kind of doubt it's the
I
coolest
swear to-
place you've ever been. I feel like you've been
Panay-
somewhere cooler.
Okay,
but,
I
like,
actually I was gonna say I was deciding between there and Yellowstone was actually Yellowstone is very good.
I mean, like you've been to my house and I have a Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch.
I
So I don't
mean-
think you can read it.
Do you?
True.
Come on, Pranay. Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
I
yeah,
do
that's
not
what I
have
thought.
Nintendo Switch.
Swear to
Loser.
Pranay started off so good. Like he like popped out like a couple quick facts. We were like actually like giving him some positive feedback for once. And then half an hour later, he was just like, "I think I saw some green lights, but like I didn't think I saw some green lights." And that's my story.
Good story.
I'm so done.
Okay, do you guys think our listeners feel bad for Pranay, or are
They,
they?
they
laughing
shouldn't
at us?
because this man, like, okay, Pranay is funny in small doses, right? Like, you know, half hour to like an hour and a half intervals. Like, you're like, oh, this is funny. But like, when your tournament win is on the line, and Pranay's out here like,
Okay.
you know, I thought I
Whenever
read
we
this
did
card,
to
but
a
as soon as I
final-
read this card,
Right.
I thought I was like, maybe I didn't read this card. Jacob knows. Jacob absolutely knows.
I will say, whenever we've been to a finals, we have won that final.
How many times have you been to a final?
We have been to two
Raises
finals.
the question.
We have been to two finals.
Okay, well,
I have been
congratulations.
to more, PJ. In fact.
I'm like, not. Is this
I've
this
also
what your
been.
extem speech is sounding like, Renee? No wonder you couldn't get 2 extem points. My God,
I got two.
when?
He got two his
He
junior year, but
Yeah.
it's one his senior year. His senior year, man,
He
I
somehow
just
got
could
worse.
not do it. I don't know why.
He literally had an entire extra year of practice and got worse.
I know, it's not like I was practicing.
Pr-
and stuff.
I mean, every time you went to a tournament
You were
and you
practicing.
Oh my
Trey.
God.
did it, you were practicing,
like,
and we still had to do speeches.
and it's not
yeah.
like the rest
What
of
were you
us
saying,
were like going super hard in the paint on like extemp.
Well, maybe
yeah,
Jacob,
maybe.
But
I
like,
didn't do any, like-
no, and
I didn't do
No,
much
and I weren't.
outside work.
Yeah.
Like I like just practice speech here and there, but not like hard.
Yeah, like Pranay.
I mean, compared to Pranay,
Even
Well,
then,
if you do
it doesn't.
anything-
You could do absolutely nothing, and you should be able to get at least two.
No, wait. Senior year, I had more points than Jennifer at some one point.
Yeah, because you had one and she had zero.
Zero.
I swear I had at least
Oh
two.
my
I
God.
swear I had at
And
least
then Jennifer
No, you did
quickly
not.
went on to surpass you. Like,
Okay, well, it's not like it's not like I didn't expect that.
oh my God.
your one shining.
Yeah, your
moment.
one shining moment of glory.
I remember that.
That was
Just
wild.
like, what am I doing? And
I
was
remember
don't know
though,
what you're doing.
in junior year for me, like when we were all in our junior year, it was like a requirement to go to Harvard, right, to get 2 points or whatever.
Yeah.
And most of the PF teams, like one of the partners was just like not able to get 2 points, but somehow me, Noah, and I, and then Jackie and Jennifer were the only like
Oh yeah.
PF teams that actually
Well,
had
it's
2
just good-
points. And Smith was just like, how? Because I remember that one day in class, she's like, Noah and Miss have 2 points. Like, how do the rest of you not have
You're
it?
like, hey.
She was both proud of us and roasting us in that moment.
I mean, like, to be fair, we were like the F team that year.
But we each both had 2
Hey,
exam
come
points.
on,
I'll
man.
Never forget.
Like,
Hey, PJ eventually got his too. Do not discredit the PJ.
wait, I qualified for state extend that year. I didn't even.
Noah won Hockaday. I'll have you know.
I
This
mean,
is
like, to
true.
be fair, that
This
was
is
only
true.
because like it was all West kids in finals. But like, okay, the fact that I got the finals, despite not wanting to go to finals, I already had my 2 points by Hockaday, right? I didn't want to go to finals. I still ended up in finals somehow.
Easy clap.
And meanwhile, there's like Pranay out here still struggling to get, I'm pretty sure by that point he still didn't have any points.
It was at this tournament. This Hockaday tournament, that 3 people in his room dropped to him, and he still got last place in the room.
I don't know. No. This was, bro. They literally said they would, and I saw
They
one of their
did.
speeches.
Dude.
One person straight up did it. One person just went ham. One person Sandy Pat. So like, even
Didn't he
Mrs.
give,
Pat's
like, a
speech is obviously
4-minute
gonna be-
Dude,
speech?
he gave a 5-minute speech
Well,
at
even
one
then,
point.
he got, I don't know what. Even that is
What
definitely
did you
gonna be
expect him
much
to
better.
do? Did you expect him to go in and be like, please give first to Pranay Gundam?
Oh well, it's not like I didn't like request them to
He
do that.
literally gave a 4-minute speech, buddy.
He told you, yeah, I dropped you, dude. And PJ's like, oh, yeah. And then he gets all 6s, like, yo, what happened, man?
Gosh,
But, like,
And
Like,
it was at that tournament in that round. PJ was like, that was the best speech of my life, dude. I gave the best speech ever. I totally nailed it.
Oh my god. And then
all right, leave a review if you want us to stop bullying Pranay.
we won't.
Or leave a review if you want Pranay to give an accept speech live on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm definitely
Like,
not.
I can only imagine that, like, Jacob, for, like, that, like, faint moment, like, he's just got that faint glimmer of hope, right? Pranay's like, oh, man,
Yeah,
like, I
was
gave the
like,
best...
yo, yes, PJ, you did
yeah,
it.
like,
Finally.
Jacob's like, they're like, maybe there's hope for me after all. Maybe we'll finally we'll go to Harvard. We'll actually go to Harvard. You know, maybe Pranay actually did it. And then, like, he just goes and sees the exam postings. Pranay's just get dead last, like, sorry, Jacob.
Rip.
I mean, like, it's not like it stops at, like, debate, though. Any competitive event, Valorant is a good example. We tell Pranay, pick up the op. Pick up the operator, the most expensive gun in the game. And Pranay's like, but I already have a gun.
I think we should transition to another topic.
I think so
I
as
literally
well.
can't.
I think we are done.
I can't
bullying Pranay
exist.
All right, Jet.
for now.
Jet, give us a topic. Jet.
Randomly off the top of my head, I'm not looking at any list. College student housing
Oh my
market?
god,
Question mark?
yeah. It's
Yeah, actually, PJ recently moved into a house. So, PJ, want to start us?
Yeah, I will say like the landlords just like obviously it's because it's college students. Like this probably makes sense, but landlords like care a lot less. And then like the house, like when we first went in, it was like a complete mess. We had to like spend at least a day cleaning it. But like I agree. That being said, it is very cheap, so that's like a plus. But like around like a college, there's for us like the way the neighborhoods are like structured is just like it's like completely decrepit student housing, and then there's just like $1 million mansions like sitting like right next to each other. I think it's just very interesting.
I mean, in all fairness, it's probably like the students don't have any real incentive to take care of their housing.
Yeah, I mean like that's also like why they're like the person is just like the student will like ruin it either way. And like if you are like the stereotypical like college student, like I guess that's how it is.
Yeah, but those landlords must be making so much profit because they constantly have a market to sell to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things that makes me kind of like question like people like there were those like super hardcore libertarians who are like always like, oh yeah, like capitalism will always like do it better, but like I mean in the example where like you would literally have a captive market, like what are these students gonna do? They need to buy your housing. Like not exactly the most efficient market in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's the one that is there.
Yep.
Like for you guys, right? For George Washington, don't they don't allow student housing because people just like
Yeah, like
jack up prices?
basically there's like a consortium of universities in like the DC area. It's like us, Georgetown, like American, I think there's like a University of Maryland DC. But anyways, like we all like basically agreed that we would they would only like let like a select number of students actually go out and get like apartments, because if not, apartment prices in DC would skyrocket, which is good for nobody.
Fair.
Except for the
Yeah.
landlords.
I mean, like, it's not too much of an issue now, right? Because Rona.
Oh, that is true. There's also this interesting rule in Pittsburgh where you can't have more than 3 people signed on to a lease for, assuming it's like even for a four bedroom like sized house.
So which one of you is not on the lease?
It is Gababwe.
Ah, rip. So he has no say. If ever he wants to do something in the house, just tell him you're not on the lease, bro.
So
Don't let him do it.
you'll report him to the authorities. You'll call the feds.
We could do that. That is true. But like apparently the reason why that rule is there is to is like the colleges like banded together and just like we want less student housing. We want them to use like our campus housing. And so then they're just like, yeah, let's put this rule so that it makes it harder for landowners to lease their houses to
Yeah, Noah,
people.
your college is doing that, right? I think it's partially fueled by, they don't want apartment prices to go up in DC, but it's also partially fueled by if they're not going out, they have to live on campus, which means they have to pay us more.
That's fair. I mean, like,
Because I will tell you, I'm actually saving so much.
I can definitely see that being the case. But, I mean, it's also kind of like DC. So, like, I haven't crunched the numbers by myself, but, like, I'm not really sure how much more expensive dorms are as opposed to apartments.
Yeah, fair. But you're in a big city, so
Well, I don't know if I'll call DC, like, a big city, but,
or like a fairly urban
yeah, I
city.
mean, like, we are, like, in the middle of downtown, so I would expect it to be pretty hard to find good housing.
Yeah.
Like, I have some senior friends. Well, I mean, they've graduated now, but like they literally live like all the way outside, like half-hour drive away, because you can't find any housing like anywhere closer, basically.
I don't know if that would be worth it. I don't know.
I don't
If
know,
you have
man.
a car, it might.
Yeah, but
car, I
30
feel
minutes, 30 minutes every day. I guess if you just go there in the morning, you come back.
Also, if you're a senior, you might not have classes.
Yeah. That's fair.
You might not have.
I mean, like they still gotta commute there though at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Okay, well, great topic, great segment.
Who added this segment to the agenda, by the way?
Yeah, I just
Who do you
I
think
just
added
thought
it?
of it straight off
Oh
the top
yeah,
of my
I
head.
completely
It's just
believe you.
boom.
I completely.
Just a spur of the moment. Just wow. I
Oh
just
my
thought
god,
of it.
you're so
Excellently.
intelligent and specific in your thoughts, Viswa. I completely believe
I'm
it.
so quick. I'm
I
so
know,
quick
right?
with it.
Yo,
man.
Jit, quick, come up with another topic really quickly.
Whoa. What is something you guys regret from your
Oh
childhood?
my god,
Could be a cringe moment or just something you wish you'd done.
dude! Like just the way
my God,
you
that-
phrase that is so eloquent. Oh my god, I can't believe you're coming up with this stuff from off
Dude,
the
it's
top
like
of your head.
I wrote it out
Oh my god,
just in my head immediately. Just espoused.
Li-
Espoused.
literally just slam poetry out here. This was just saying what he thinks, just saying what he thinks, and like it's so eloquent. It's so well put. It's so just thoughtfully constructed. Like you can't even begin to like imagine what kind of things are going through this man's head.
It's high
I swear,
level
like-
stuff, dude. Super high level
Exactly,
tactics. Yeah.
full novels, just going through this man's head every day.
All right, this joke is dead.
It's a dead
Renee,
joke.
answer the question.
What? What's something I regret?
No, answer the
Um,
question, PJ.
Being bored.
What the hell?
Hey.
Okay.
Sad face. Emoji.
I think I've told this story, but this is like long ago in the early
Oh, no.
days of the
Renee's funny
of the
story, boys.
podcast.
Everyone strap in.
All right, tell the story,
Yeah,
PJ.
okay,
We're ready.
so during like I guess like middle school, elementary school time, during the summers, I used to go to this like daycare center. But the thing is, I was like really close friends with the son of the person who ran like this daycare center. So I was kind of like one of those OP people. Like we would run around, like we wouldn't listen to anybody. We wouldn't there's nap time. Like we weren't into nap time. Nap time's for fools. Only people who didn't know the teacher's son, like the principal's son. So we were running around, and I usually like run around. And so to preface, let me say that um like when after all this, like people didn't like the people, they didn't take it as like as really offensive. But one day I'm at the daycare center, and someone walks in, and one of the my friend's cousin, so like the principal's like nephew, says like as a joke, "Hey, isn't that your dad?" To like the principal's son, and so it'd be like the principal's husband. And so I was just like, and this is obviously not, and I didn't realize it was like I think I realized it was a joke, but like the words just like, "No, his dad is much fatter," it just came out of my mouth. and and my God, I was so embarrassed as soon as I said that, and like they all everyone else started laughing, and they didn't take it like really offensively. But then after that, we went to that guy's house, because I also went to that guy's house after like the school technically was over, and then they go and they tell his dad that I said the same words that I said, and like I cannot like express the amount of just like regret and that I had for I don't know what was into me when I said that, but
This is Pranay's origin story.
yeah, he also
Well,
He
laughed
called,
at
he
it
called a
too,
man
like,
fat, and he was never the same again.
Renee, whatever was in you then
Oh,
is
yeah.
still in you now.
I could totally see Pranay saying that, like, right now. Like, today.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like, no cap. Like, I could see somebody saying, like, hey, isn't that so-and-so's dad? And Pranay would just be like, no, his dad's much fatter.
So,
Yeah, but I don't think he'd say it to his face. I think he'd just say it to us.
He'll probably say it loud enough for, like, people to hear, though.
What about you, Jet?
Man, we went back to the bullying Renee segment real quick. It's a very consistent segment on every episode of Stating the Obvious, so it's actually going to be a reoccurring segment every episode, I think. What do you guys think?
I think it will
I definitely
be.
think so.
PJ, what do you think?
I don't know.
Oh.
What you want me to say?
Nice.
I want you to say boxer briefs.
Boxer Reefs.
Nice.
Now we're back to the OG
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. Nothing's
Yes.
changed.
A reference to the classic edition of Stating the Obvious, which you guys should definitely check out when you have free time. Shameless plug.
Agreed.
The second one of this episode. But the classic edition, yes, it's very good. Just the same humor. Mic quality may not be as great, but we're still bullying Pranay all the same, so it's fine. All right. What is something I regret from my childhood, though? Bob, you asked me.
I did ask.
You know what? This is actually tough. So, what is childhood? Is childhood just like from
Just until college. We'll just
mean,
say
like,
up
college?
until
So
college.
just like at any point in my
that
life,
feels
basically.
like a really expansive definition. I would say, like,
Fine. Just say up until
Yeah.
middle school, before high school.
Up until middle school. What is something I regret in middle school? What is a cringe moment I had in middle school?
hell, bro, middle
I don't
school?
know. I've never. That entire middle
Yeah,
school is
dude,
just
like-
cringe. Like that entire point of my
I
life.
was
is-
there with you.
For
I
everyone's
was
life, it's just
there with
cringe.
you. Like, man, like, come on. Like, we were both just, like, cringe.
It's so cringe, dude. I wore the exact same Disney jacket like every single day. Everything's just so cringe
Dude.
about that point in
I'm
time.
so glad. I don't look at my middle school yearbooks. So I don't think I'll be able to handle it. It's so cringy.
Honestly, you know what? I gotta say, your hairstyle change was such an improvement.
It was
Oh my God.
humongous.
I don't know
man.
what possessed
Thank
me
God.
to grow out my hair.
If you guys want us to post those pictures
No,
online,
no,
or you
no,
guys
I
can
think-
check them out. Please leave a
I
review
think it's
down
okay.
below.
I think our listeners definitely don't need to see that.
They are already on an Instagram account,
Oh
Noah.
God.
They They're already
you
out
can check
there.
out our Insta. We'll be posting some photos there for you guys.
But
Some before and after.
yeah, that was not a great time in our lives.
Yeah, can I just say middle school? Does it have to be
Yeah,
something
I
specific?
mean-
If you have something specific, I guess yeah. But if you don't, then we'll just chalk it up to middle
Yeah.
school.
I don't have like any story.
I mean,
of
like
one
I don't
thing
know,
I regret
man.
from childhood.
Like your first relationship with a member of the fairy sex. I think
Oh, that was in
that
middle
was in
school,
middle
yeah.
school.
Well, that's why I just categorized the entire 3
It's
years
all a
as
lost cause. Yeah.
Garbo. But yeah, sure, we'll go with that one specifically.
Oh man.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please check out how many episodes ago was it?
I
Dude?
don't know, man.
It was a long time ago. I think it was like episode
I mean,
2.
It was like, wait.
No way.
Episode 2 of the
I don't
new
think it was
edition.
that far away, right?
It was
I
pretty.
think it was
far.
like 2 episodes ago.
Maybe.
I would say
I
maybe
don't know.
4.
One of the episodes. You know what? Just watch all the
Yeah.
episodes, and then you'll
Just
see
so
it.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, 8th grade, that relationship. Yep, I wish I did it differently, or just didn't do it at all.
I remember for me that I did speech and debate in middle school. I didn't do like the debate part of it. I was like, no, that's nerds, right? And then I did what they call TVC, and what that is television commercials. So basically, you have to come up with this product
No.
and then act out a commercial for it. And there wasn't anything like that bad about it. It was just incredibly cringy. Everybody's was, but I can't look at that back at that with just cringing so hard.
Jesus, man.
I didn't do it with any of you guys, but it's just so cringy.
You
Oh,
know,
man.
looking back, why did teachers in middle school make us do like projects that we'd have to like present in front of the class? They knew.
Hey,
they knew they would do
Noah,
that.
our 8th grade U.S.
Oh
history
my
project,
God.
that was kind of fire.
That was so good.
Okay.
Like, I think. Wait. I think Robert blasted Lamont in the face with a can of Febreze.
Yeah, I think
That was
so.
amazing, dude. That was so good. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was at Noah's house for
Oh,
such a long
it took
time.
so long.
Yeah. But the project was kind of OP.
Dude.
So.
That was like the best rendition of the Battle of Gettysburg, I think, like ever. Question mark?
Probably.
Yeah, better than Ken Burns, better than the real Battle of Gettysburg. I think so.
I think so.
But anyways, I think if I had to name one thing I regret from childhood, it would be quitting jiu-jitsu. Because for a while, I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu as like sort of like martial art exercise kind of thing. And I stopped like around 6th grade, like right before 6th grade. And at the time I was like, oh, Pog, I don't have to like go do jiu-jitsu every other night. But looking back, I don't know, man. It might have been a good idea to like stay in shape all these years. Because getting back in...
Yo, Jit, isn't Jit are you a black belt, Jit?
Yeah, I have black belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah, but that was like...
First, what
like
degree?
a kid's black belt, right?
Second,
degree?
I think. It might be. I might just be a first degree. I think I might just be a first degree. Whatever.
Still pretty
I remember I
black.
got my black belt and then I eventually
Yeah.
stopped.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's a lot.
I was like, I made it, boys. Like, we're here, dude. We've arrived. We've arrived at the destination. That's what my GPS said, and I just got out of the car.
I mean, like,
We're done.
it's a lot harder to get back into shape than it is to fall out of it, so...
Yo, that's just physics, man. Objects in motion stay in motion. Objects in rest stay in rest.
I wish I'd stayed in motion. Like, I mean, like, I remember I could do push-ups. I could run for an extended period of time. And now I can do neither of those things.
Can't do
I
push-ups.
can, but, like, with great difficulty.
How many push-ups
I don't
can
know,
you do?
maybe 10. Like, if I really...
Do it right now. Do it right now. Bring the mic down onto the floor and start doing
Alright,
push-ups.
fat bet.
Count.
Fat bet. Alright, I'll do...
Start
Alright,
counting.
I'll do fucking push-ups, man. I'll do push-ups.
All right, do the push-ups.
Alright.
I'm quite
Wait,
interested.
my
to see how
mic
this
can't
goes.
go that far. I just realized.
All right,
Well,
just yell.
yeah.
'Cause every time
Alright.
you do one, just yell one.
Alright. 1, 2,
Okay, there's 1,
3,
2,
4,
3,
5,
4,
6,
5,
7,
Does not sound
Well,
tired.
6,
8,
7,
9,
8,
10.
9.
And now my arms hurt. Oh.
No, you gotta keep
No.
going. Push your limits.
No,
Limit
I'm
test.
not gonna limit test because I'm gonna fucking die.
11. You gotta get to 11,
Oh
Noah.
my
You gotta get to
God.
11.
Ugh.
I can
11.
do one more.
Oh, Jesus.
11.
Ugh.
There we go. Pop off, Noah. Pushing your limits to the
Jesus,
extremes.
man. I can't do that for.
Well done.
Well-
Well done, Noah.
It's no
Yeah.
longer a mystery
Good
as
job.
to how many push-ups Noah can do.
The answer
No
is
longer a
11
mystery.
and no more.
But you know what is a mystery?
What? What is a
The
mystery?
Chicago Tylenol murder.
Oh shit.
Taking us right into the mystery segment of this podcast. Hey. Okay.
All right. What is this murder mystery?
All right. The Chicago Tylenol murders were a series of poisoning deaths resulting from drug tampering in the Chicago area in like 1982. So the victims had all taken Tylenol branded acetaminophen capsules that had been laced with potassium cyanide. So that's like, you finna die. So 7 people died in the original poisonings, and then several more deaths happened in the copycat crimes, which is interesting. But like I don't even know why people choose to do copycat crimes, but whatever. No suspect was ever charged or convicted. This one New York resident took James Lewis was convicted of extortion for sending a letter to Johnson & Johnson that took credit for the deaths, and he demanded $1 million to stop them, but evidence tying him to the actual poisonings never emerged. And obviously, you know, this led to a lot of reforms in terms of like over-the-counter substances and how they're packaged and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it looks like maybe Johnson & Johnson maybe covered up something, or there was some contamination in the repackaging process. But all in all, no one really knows what's happened. It's kind of unsolved. If anyone was actually like lacing them, or whether Johnson & Johnson screwed up and a big corporation is covering something bad that they did. Who could ever think that that would happen?
I feel like that's like those murders are the. I remember reading somewhere like those murders were like the reason why like all your bottles have like those seals and stuff. Like either they have like the foil, or if it's like a soda bottle, like you got that like little plastic ring that comes off if you twist off the cap.
Mm. So
I mean,
you know
it does
that it hasn't
definitely
been-
make it safer. Like, if those like packaging measures are in place, like, you know it hasn't been opened.
I mean, yeah. So
I think like it's useful. Like, what happens if you like get a bottle and like there's no sort of covering, or like the circular thing that you rip off isn't
I like
Fair.
probably won't eat it. If yeah.
like? Do you guys like consciously think about that? Like for my like allergy medicine or whatever. Like
Definitely with
Within the
medicine.
book.
Like, definitely with medicine, I think
for
about it,
soda,
but not so much with food.
for soda bottles, I think it's more like a tactile thing, right? Like, cause like when like you twist the cap, like you expect that kind of like plastic snap to happen. Like when it doesn't happen, I'm immediately like, oh, this bottle was open before. Like I don't know, you guys.
Well, with
have
medicine,
that?
I like probably actively check.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't know. Tylenol murders could have been a good thing. Could have been a bad thing. You know, maybe the good outweighs the bad.
I think it was pretty decidedly a bad thing.
I don't know, but I don't
Hey,
know. I
man.
don't know if it was I don't know if there was a cover up or something. I don't know why you'd have potassium cyanide just hanging around, even in a biomedical facility.
Right?
I mean,
Like I don't see how it could have been accidental, but
like maybe they're just trying to hide negligence on like their part.
Could be.
okay.
All right, hit me with one more,
One-
and then we'll go.
One more. This one's kind of okay. How bad do we want it? This one's kind
Ooh,
of intense.
give it to me.
Like it's pretty. It's
Give it
pretty
to me,
intense.
Viswa.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a little bit long, but it's.
You know,
Okay,
you know
okay,
I
no one's
like it
asking
hard,
for it.
Vispa.
All right.
Oh,
I'll give it to you now. The Susan Powell's case. Okay. Basically, in 2009, this woman named Susan Powell went missing, and it's noticed that she, her husband and her 2 sons are missing the next day when none of them show up to work/daycare. So the family starts trying to contact them to no avail. And finally, a sister gets a hold of the husband, Josh. So that's Susan Powell's husband. He said that he went on a spontaneous camping trip with the kids on a school night in November, and now he didn't know where Susan was. So there's already a lot of shady details, and there's a fan drying a wet spot in his house. There was some blood found in his house, and he and his family tried to say Susan was having an affair and that she ran away with her suitor. The kids said that they had seen Mommy in a trunk. Susan's friends said she had become afraid, and a journal of hers they found said she had moved to Utah from Washington because Josh's dad scared her. And she had told her friends that Josh and his dad wanted to share, quotation marks, Susan. Authorities later found hundreds of photos on Josh's dad's computer of Susan that she didn't know were being taken. So, just based off like the initial.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. You guys are probably thinking, Josh killed her, right? Or maybe the dad did, right? It seems like pretty clear cut, pretty simple. But because of some of the flubs in the initial investigation, despite all the suspicions, no one could get actually any real evidence. And more importantly, no one ever found Susan or her body, so the case stagnated for a while. And then a few years later, Josh's dad was arrested for having child pornography on his computer.
Yeah, real
Probably a terrible
guy.
person. In 2012, after Josh had moved back to Washington, he exploded his house during a supervised visit with his sons. And then investigations of the remains showed that Josh had locked himself in the house with the boys, hacked them up with an axe before they all expired from smoke inhalation.
Okay.
The next year, Josh's brother committed suicide. And now Josh's dad, who many believe know exactly where Susan's body is, if he wasn't involved with her murder himself, is out of prison and walking around this world. And so now it's been 8 years since her disappearance. Or not 8 years, but it happened in 2009. So now it's been 11 years
12 years?
since her disappearance.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it
wait,
happened in
2000 I don't know. I'm bad at math. IA major, man.
Yeah.
Like
That was established at the beginning of this episode. But 11 years since her disappearance, and we are still no longer closer to finding her body. And so, all the signs point to Susan being a victim of abuse, and she was murdered by her husband, who would go on to kill their children and himself. But there's no proof and no body. So,
I mean, clearly the dad's like, he's willing to kill people, so.
Oh yes. I mean, like, you guys ever get like kind of freaked out by like how easy it would be for somebody to get away with murder?
Yeah, like it is.
it doesn't freak me out that it's so easy to get away with murder. It's just so easy that murder can just happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the thing is,
Yeah.
right? Like, police are mostly like, no, who had motive, like, who had opportunity, but like, that doesn't work if, like, for example, like, you were to just like get in a car, drive to some random city, and just shoot some random dude, and then drive off, right? Like, you have no personal connection. Like, there's nothing to connect you really to the crime scene. Like, how are they supposed to find you?
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy for it to it's much easier for it to happen. But I mean, now I guess there's like a lot more cameras and stuff like that, especially in like big cities. Yeah, maybe not like in neighborhoods and like the suburbs, but at least in big cities, I think it'd be like hard to like get away with.
I mean, do you think police should have like the ability to use like facial recognition software like they do in China? Just like, pull, like, maybe to get like an image of you?
I didn't say like, I just said it'd be hard to get away with it if they were like really trying
That's
to catch
fair,
you.
that's fair. I don't know.
Whether they actually like use their power and stuff is like a different topic, but they could catch you if they wanted to. Like if you like, I don't know, like bomb the UN or something, like they would catch you. Like there's no question you would be on camera somewhere.
Yeah. But,
I mean, do you guys know who DB Cooper
yeah,
is?
he's like the
that
dude who like jumped out of a plane.
Yeah, he like hijacked a Boeing 727 and he did a bunch of stuff. There's actually like a funny Reddit theory that says that, this IMDb
Yeah.
is like, it was created by
Oh
DB
my
Cooper.
God,
It's
that's
really
so
funny.
stupid.
Because it's IMDb.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
You gotta love
Oh,
Reddit sometimes.
Top minds of Reddit, man. Just
Honestly,
Dwell on
it's
that,
like,
man.
yeah.
Dwell on that. This man who he hijacked a Boeing 727, he extorted ransom money. He's never found, even though there was an extensive manhunt. Could have created the website.
Yo, now he
IMDb.
rates movies.
yeah, I mean, like, it's literally not impossible.
And if it were ever to be found true,
Yeah.
that would be so funny. But think about that. That could really be what
I
happened.
mean, like, if you put a lot of effort into it, you can, like, I think you can still probably hide, like, your location, even your existence. Do you guys know, I think his name is, like, Satoshi Nakamura, something like that. But basically, it's a pseudonym for, like, the guy who created Bitcoin. Like, nobody knows who the actual creator of Bitcoin is.
Yeah, yo, some people say that it wasn't a creator, but it was like a group of people that worked to
Yeah.
do it. Like you don't even know if it's
I
one
mean,
guy.
but, like, the fact is, like, nobody knows for sure, right? And, like,
Yeah.
it's like Bitcoin's like this humongous thing. Like the person or people who made it are probably worth like billions by now.
It's insane how big,
Yeah.
it's humongous blockchain database. It's
Like-
insane.
I think people can be found super easily, especially like by governments, if they use all their power. I just think like they don't jump those boundaries unless it's like absolutely necessary, or like they feel it's.
I mean,
absolutely
yeah, but like that's like
necessary.
one of the things about murder, right? Because like a single murder is like obviously a tragedy, but it's not like alert the FBI, like get all the databases going kind of like mystery. Like you could hypothetically murder somebody and like have literally no ramifications on your life. I mean, besides the fact that you murdered someone, but
I mean, you'd have like ethical, I guess. I mean, maybe not.
I mean, like
I mean,
Some
clearly
people, some people just don't
Yeah.
have like.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
like if you're willing to come like do a murder like in cold blood,
you're
yeah.
willing to. You're like you don't have morals.
You just
Yeah.
don't have morals, yeah.
Which
That being said, to our listeners, please don't commit
Yeah.
murder.
it's a bad thing to do.
It's a bad
PJ,
thing
you're
to do.
awfully quiet over there.
Renee's
Renee's
Yeah.
about to murder all of
Renee's,
us,
like,
man.
thinking about
I'm
all
actually
the ways
scared
he
now.
can commit murder. He's like,
Yeah.
I just gotta evade the facial recognition nets. Like, I gotta make sure I'm wearing like something that will cover my face. Like, I use something that's trackable to me.
I'm taking
Oh,
notes
yeah.
about like all the things that you guys have thought about, and I'm
Like,
crossing those
he's
off
gonna
my
like
list.
get like he's gonna like get a gun through like a backdoor channel not trackable by the government. He's gonna like swab all like the fingerprints off his bullet
We don't
casings.
we don't like guns. They're too impersonal. You gotta do it by hand.
The old fashioned
Renee's-
way.
If
no,
Renee-
Renee will come up with creative ways for each of us. He'll murder me with my Nintendo Switch. He'll murder Noah with straight up
Oh
insults.
my God.
I'll murder
And
Cobb
he'll-
and give an accept speech.
Exactly.
God.
Jacob will be like, "That's so
No.
bad. Oh my God, I gotta end this now." Oh.
Yeah, honestly, if Pranay would try to kill someone, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a good slap now."
Like, I don't know, Pranay. Like, try and sound threatening, sound menacing.
What do you want me to say?
Oh.
Okay, say, I will kidnap you and your entire family. Or I will kidnap your.
Yeah, but like, do
your
it like
husband.
try and sound like as menacing as and threatening as possible.
I don't know
Just
if I
so
can just
you
do
know-
that on command, man.
Yo, just so you know, PJ, yes, we will be clipping this.
Yeah.
So
hell.
Clipping it for the
just say
IG.
it.
I will kidnap your family.
Oh my god. It's lost, boys.
Oh my God.
You tried, Renee. I'm proud of you. Look, I'm proud
Yo,
of you. You
I
tried.
know the way. I know the way to make PJ really
Ooh.
angry. What if the people you are kidnapping were TR?
Oh, what if like the
Oh,
people?
oh, Lovejoy.
Yeah, what if the people you were
TR?
kidnapping just
Lovejoy,
wouldn't let you
TR.
go to sleep? Like,
What?
just picture it. You're in
How do
NDF,
you-
like you just
Oh,
can't go to.
God.
They sit
Oh,
on your
God.
bed. They sit on you, like they won't leave you alone.
Yeah, these aren't even people you like. It's Lovejoy
Exactly.
TR, dude.
Cobb, you don't know what's happened to them already, Cobb. What if they've already
Oh,
been
man.
kidnapped?
Actually, didn't one of them go to jail?
Wait, did they?
I
Wait,
Really?
I know he got like expelled, right? Did he have some like drug?
wait, actually?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
yeah,
Wait. Tell me
Yeah,
more
I-
about this.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not 100%. I don't remember that much. I just remember there's some sort of disciplinary action.
Wait, but like,
and
didn't
stuff.
TR go to like Nats or
What
something?
happened? They won Nats, right? Or they didn't win Nats. They got
No,
second.
no,
right?
no. Oh my! If they won that, no.
Oh,
No, they
we're
got
not-
second,
we're-
they got
yo,
second, they got
no.
second.
That's TP. TP. We're talking about Lovejoy TR, not All Saints
Oh.
TP.
Dude, it's been like a
Oh,
year. Like my
I'm
brain
confused.
is like.
Yeah, it's
Empty.
been a minute. It's been a
Okay.
minute.
All right. Well, TR, the people that Pranay, these are like the few people in the world that Pranay just absolutely despise.
Yeah, dude, Bernays actually is like a super nice guy,
If you couldn't
but
tell.
like I've never seen him like hate people, like truly like hate people.
I have,
Like,
dude.
I rage
I
a lot and I
have.
get tilted, but like up until Pranay started talking about these people, like I hadn't seen Pranay truly just be like this
Pranay
upset.
is like the spirit of like a golden retriever, right? He's really stupid, but also very like lovable.
Lovable. He's
Yeah.
very lovable. I love you, Pranay. Pranay, I love you. I'm not saying this just so you won't murder me.
But, like, yeah, I mean, like somehow,
It does help
somehow,
their case.
it's like these people love Joy TR. Wait, Jacob, like look this up. Like I want to know, like these people in prison?
It's like squirrels.
Going to prison?
Huh?
Like
I
Got
didn't.
expelled,
They either got
apparently.
expelled. It was something to
You
do
know
with
why?
drugs. I don't know if it
Okay.
was. I don't know.
Yeah,
if they
don't do
went to
drugs,
jail.
kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, I don't know if he just went to. He just got expelled or suspended or went to jail. There was something like fairly major that happened.
do you know which one it was, or
I don't
like?
know. PJ's the one that told me about it, so he probably knows more about it than me. But
Oh man,
PJ, you know
PJ,
what happened?
you want
or,
to elaborate?
I really did not know much, man. I just remember, maybe I used to know, but at one point I was told that these people were expelled for probably drugs, maybe cheating, something of the sort.
oh well, okay, wait. Tangela was
Tangela, not Roundtree.
okay. Well, I found his LinkedIn page. Apparently, he's going to NYU.
Oh,
Yeah,
what the hell? I thought
Lovejoy
he was
High
going
School,
to-
2015 to
I thought he was-
2019.
I thought he was going to UT.
He's going to well, it says he's going to NYU, bachelor's degree, economics and pre-law.
Okay.
Oh man, can you imagine? Oh, I really hope PJ gets in an accident and has to get Tangela as
Oh
a lawyer.
no!
Oh,
well,
man,
it's
that would be so
wait, no, it's
good.
economics and pre-law. Just imagine, Pranesh.
Renee, just
Oh,
Renee,
man.
go be a lawyer.
Oh
go
my-
become a lawyer
No,
right
You
now.
know what's gonna happen?
So you can take out your personal vendetta in real court with
And
real
I'm
Renee's
consequences.
gonna,
I
like,
know
no.
he will not. I would know he will not
No,
make
no,
it as a
no.
lawyer. I know
No,
this
you know what's
in my
gonna
heart.
happen? You know what's
This
gonna
is
happen?
probably
Renee's
true.
gonna like get his degree, right? He's gonna go look for a job, and then like he's gonna show up his company, and like this company's gonna be like, "No, your application was fantastic, and your interview was amazing, but unfortunately, this applicant was just a standout." They just like, and then just like, Ritik Tangela of Lovejoy TR just walks in the door.
Oh, PJ would be absolutely.
The building explodes.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh god. Well, with that lovely note, we'll leave you with two piece of advice. One, don't do drugs. Two, don't murder anyone. And
Good advice.
thank you. Yeah, it's good advice. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Stating the Obvious, and feel free to check out our others. This is the last shameless plug of this episode. See you next time.
Man.
Yeah, that was kind of a good episode. Not gonna lie, like I was feeling that one.
I'm not sorry. Not at all.
PJ, you got kind of quiet towards the end. He's not even at his mic anymore.